where to hire a VA.
Yeah.
The fear is not being able to find a VA or
Sure.
hiring the wrong one or taking too much time to
Mhm.
get through the process to find the right person.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, where do you go to find the VA? But
Yeah, sure.
I think I want to touch on this just a little bit more because I've done a lot of consulting the last 2-3 years, and
Mhm.
I'm helping people. I'm giving suggestions. We're talking strategy. We're doing quarterly strategies, and then just realizing like that these entrepreneurs that I'm talking to are extremely overworked. Like they
Mhm.
love the ideas, but it's very hard for them to implement because they're trying to keep their business afloat and go in a new direction. And then I would tell them, hey, you should hire a VA. This is how you should do it. Here's some copy that you can use. Here's how you can do a job posting. You want to give them a test job before you really hire them on. And
Mhm.
it was so daunting and overwhelming. That's why we've gone in this direction where I love to help people. How can I continue to do consulting and then have a
Mhm.
solution for the people that I'm consulting to be able to the onboarding process so much easier. If
Yeah.
you're worried, talk to this person because this person will listen to what exactly you're trying to do, the strategy, the idea, and everything else. And they
Mhm.
do that daily, onboard people to point them to the right VAs.
Right.
Then they hand that VA whatever specific information that you have, that you need a graphic designer, but he also needs to know how to do some copy and he needs a little bit of editing. They'll say, okay, this is the perfect person for you because this person has this training. They've done this in their past. They've worked
Mhm.
for these 3 other companies. They'll be a really good fit for you. They match you. It's almost like a matchmaker.
Yes.
I need somebody to be on sales. They need to be on the phone. Good. We have somebody that's been in telecommunications. They've worked in places where they have to answer the phone and talk to businesses and close deals.
Mhm.
This is the perfect person
Mhm.
for you. That is a huge relief for a lot of people. And I think this is why we're excited for this new venture that we're going on. But to go back to that question,
Mhm.
where would I go to hire a VA? Like specifically some
Yeah.
sites that I know you can talk
Sure.
to, and then
Yeah.
what are the differences between just going out on your own and
Right.
doing a business like ours that has an onboarding process?
Yeah. So some sites that when we've used in the past, or we even for our legendary VA program, when we're hiring Amazon VAs, we'll go on to sites like onlinejobs.ph. We'll go into Face. Now, I have a whole team of VAs in the Philippines that look for other VAs to bring on in our training process. This is specifically for the Amazon stuff. They'll go into Facebook groups in the Philippines and find people. They'll post jobs ads. We have a Facebook page for our VA service. We'll post ads. If I'm a business owner looking for somebody do graphic design or social media or any other like non Amazon type task, I go on a site like Upwork, onlinejobs.ph. Those are the big ones that I've seen. Ask a friend. A lot of times, if you have a friend that has a VA, they may know somebody that's willing to work because this is what's really cool about this is you may think of them as such an asset to your business, and they are. However, you're doing them a huge, it's almost, it's a huge win-win because they're able to work from home and they don't have to fight. I don't know if listeners know this, but especially if your VA is in the Manila area, traffic is horrendous. And so if they have a call center job, they could be spending, my VA who used to work at a call center was spending 2 to 3 hours each way in traffic. And it was not even that far from his house. So it's 4 to 6 hours a day in the car to go to a job that pays less than he's now making and being able to be home with his family. So that's huge. So ask a friend because whenever VAs here see a friend doing that, they're like, I want a job like yours. I don't want to have to fight traffic. And so they know other people. Um, the Going through a site like Upwork or onlinejobs.ph, they're great sites. You're doing it yourself. You're doing the interview process. You're posting the job description. You're getting on Zoom calls and talking to them face to face, asking them questions. And then with a site like Wingman VAs that we have, we'll do that for you. We'll get on the discovery call. What are your needs? And we'll match you up with the right VA. And the cool thing is like if it doesn't work with that VA, we'll get you another one. And there's no pressure because it's like you don't have to go through the interview process. And if it doesn't work out, you have a person that's not the VA to go to and say, hey, this is not working out for whatever reason. I need a new VA, or there's just not a contract. It's not like you are like, if I hired you, Stephen, in my business, I would feel like, oh man, now I owe this guy, he's all excited. He got a new job. He's telling his family he got a new job. And if I had to come back to you in 2 months later, it's going to be like,
this isn't
Oh
working out.
man, but I'm sorry, I got to tell you something. It's just not working out. I'm going to have to let you go. With this service, it's not like that. There's no commitment. You can cancel anytime, and it just takes the pressure off of a new business owner, or especially if this is your first hire. There's no pressure. Like, if this does not work out, I can back out and go back to what I was doing. I don't think you should. You should find another VA or do something to outsource those tasks. But it just takes that pressure off.
Yeah, I guess this is why I'm very excited to partner up with you, because we had large teams of VAs, and then during the pandemic, I did have to let all of them go, and it was very heart wrenching. Where it's like
Yeah.
that we've built up these relationships. There is no person that I can go to say, "Hey, this
Right.
isn't working out. Can you find them other jobs?" It's
Mm-hmm.
just, "Hey, you were working here. Now you're not working here. I
Yeah.
don't have anyone else to direct you to, because everybody's kind of consolidating their business. That there are opportunities in the e-com space. If you're interested in
Mm-hmm.
that, that's not really what we were doing, and it's maybe not your skills, but here's a possibility over here." It was extremely difficult. I would have loved to be able to work with someone that I can go to and say, "Hey, this is what's going on in my business. Here's what I have to do." But I don't want to just have all these people left out, not figuring out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And even the traffic situation, some of the VAs that lived out in the country, it's not like here where most people have a car. You go to your neighbor if you didn't have a car. Like, you're in the country, it's very difficult to get into the city, to even wait on the 3-hour traffic to then go get a job. So most of them work for the farms.
Right.
They went to school, they have skills, but they don't have the opportunities. It was affording them those opportunities. That was soul crushing. I'm like tearing up now, even trying to think through that. It was soul crushing at the time. And I now hearing you say that, I would have loved to have worked with a company that hires those people, because then I wouldn't have felt so horrible that, like, this person that is getting this opportunity now they're back on their own. They are
Right.
on the other side. You,
Yeah.
as a business owner, you feel obligated to put out job postings and do, like, imagine on the other side where you feel like, well, is that truly a skill that I have? I have to find that job posting. Where should I be looking? Should I be signing up with a company like on onlinejobs.ph? Should I be on Facebook groups? It's daunting on both sides. And I
Right.
think this is what I'm excited to kind of step in the middle and moderate some
Yes.
of this and just make it easy for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Come work for us. We have jobs for you. You'll be on a team, or you'll be working directly with a entrepreneur that has a vision, has a dream. And this is the things
Right.
that we're just trying to match those skills up like a matchmaker.
Yep. Absolutely. That's what's cool. I talk to so many business owners that need this. They that know they need to hire out, but that process of finding, hiring, training that right person just seems like such a huge hurdle that they just, gosh, I know I need to hire somebody, but that's I'm so focused on my business that to take time away, it seems like a full-time job to hire somebody, and then they just don't do it, and they continue to suffer and doing those things that they know they shouldn't be doing.
All right, I'm gonna try to put this on you. How do we wrap this up, and where do we want these people to go, and how can we help them moving forward?
Yes. So go to wingmanvas.com. We have a free download that answers questions about outsourcing. It has a little, almost like a workbook feel to it, where we have some of the things that, we want you to write down the tasks that you are, not good at and don't enjoy. And then the other zones that we talked about in the last episode. But writing those tasks down will just help you get focused on what am I doing in my business, and then thinking, okay, which ones do I want to hire out first? And in my opinion, it should be the things that you're not good at and you don't enjoy. Get those off your plate, because that'll immediately give you just a sense of mental relief. Like, wow, oh my gosh, I don't have to do that job anymore. That thing that I hate, that I'm not good at. And answer questions about what VAs are, and then goes over some of these fears we talked about. And that's just at wingmanvas.com.